Hey guys, it is day 24 of Vlogmas. I am over here in gift wrapping corner. My husband and I finished all of the gift wrapping and presents that we're giving to other people, but I have a stack of things I need to wrap up for my husband. I have sent him out of the room so that I can have a little bit of privacy to do that, and I thought it might be nice just to chat with you guys as I go. I have my new socks on, so these were my Secret Santa socks from work with the reindeer. I didn't realize they're slipper socks, which is a very nice bonus, so that I can wear these on Christmas over on my in-laws and have something to wear that I'm not going to be slipping around on the kitchen floor. And they are very cozy and very Christmassy and fun. I've had a good morning so far. I have to be careful that I'm not showing anything on camera in case my husband sees this before he receives presents. This was not something I could have planned, but I'm certainly happy with it. Nice bit of pattern matching. Hopefully you guys can see. It's lovely when that kind of thing works out. But yeah, this morning I was chatting with my husband and he was asking me what I wanted to do this morning, and my feeling was I didn't want to do anything that mattered. I didn't want to do anything important. I didn't want to do anything with any obligation. I just wanted to do things that were just pointless and silly and fun. And so we ended up spending the morning getting through the rest of our Mario levels that are like a winter theme, and it was very fun. And we were incredibly rusty, and I couldn't even remember how to play some of the games. But we had a really nice time, and that was very much what we needed. And I felt like after that kind of morning, I was then feeling able to do some stuff this afternoon. So I didn't mind getting a little bit of work on our wrapping presents. Whoops. Wrapping our presents, I should say. This morning I had, I feel like, quite a quirky breakfast that I've discovered that I really like and I wanted to recommend to you guys. And it is crumpets with butter, crumpets and honey. It's kind of an odd combination, but I really like it. I feel like there's a flavor, almost like a sourdoughy flavor that you get from the crumpets. And I feel like the honey, it works well, that it's a little bit of sweetness. I feel like it just balances really well with the honey. And then for lunch, this is really more of like a PSA for Americans. When I was a kid, I liked the idea of having grilled cheese, but I always found it really buttery and greasy. And so I invented what I called grilled cheese on the broiler. And what I would do is I would just put the bread with some cheese on it in the broiler, and it would melt the cheese, and I thought it was pretty doggone good. And then when I moved to England, or when I met my husband, he made us toasted cheese, or cheese on toast, which was essentially what I thought I had invented. But the main difference is they would toast the cheese first, or toast the bread on one side first, flip it over, and then you have a cheesy, toasty deliciousness with toasted bread on both sides, which just made so much sense. And I was very proud of myself for having figured that out when I was a kid. But what I did today is we made some cheese on toast with mature cheddar cheese and Worcester sauce, which that was something that I never would have dreamt of putting on there. Just a little bit, and it is so, so good. These are the three from my parents. I always try to do a nice job gift wrapping on their behalf. Joint gift from Miss Family to bring on Christmas. So updates, I did manage to gift wrap all the things I needed to fulfill. I did some fancy gift wrapping because I was doing some wrapping for other people. So generally my parents will send presents to me for my husband so that I can wrap them up for him and vice versa, and we do it both ways, so that way you can have some nice gift wrapping that's hand done rather than like an Amazon sack or something like that. And so I wrapped up a few presents for my parents, put in some special touches. So one of them I made a little origami bow. Another one I used the gift wrap to create like ribbon, essentially ribbon curls, which I thought was fun. I think it's nice just to do things a little bit special when you can, especially because I'm not giving much to my husband. I have a couple of stocking stuffers that I'm giving him, but actually it's because he's kind of backed up on presents. So we do this thing often where we'll buy each other a really big gift, but because it's so expensive, we're basically like, yeah, well, this is my gift for my Christmas and my next birthday and the Christmas after that and the next birthday. So I'm currently he's still like in, I want to say like in present debt for a bass guitar that I got him a couple of years ago. But it's nice to be able to get him some stocking stuffers and at least make the things that I am giving him from other people a little bit special as well. I was also wrapping up a big one from his family, so I wanted to make that one look nice and pretty. I spent more time on that probably than it needed to, but it makes me happy. So what I do want to do now is quickly do my Fabric Godmother advents, because I'm a couple of days now in the haul. So let me look at today, or yesterday, sorry, which was the day 23. It's almost time to relax, but maybe it's time for one more little sewing project. We love a cute decoration this time of year, and this one would also make a great last minute gift. Make our Cora heart decoration from small scraps of your candy bow fabric. This little heart can be hung on a tree or filled with something nice smelling to hang in a wardrobe. Cute. So I'll pop in a picture to see what that one is, and then obviously they give you instructions on how to do that. And then let's do day 24. Time to open a bottle of something fizzy. Put your feet up and open the last 2 gifts. 2 gifts. You will find a box and envelope with stickers numbered 24. Click on the button below once you've opened your gifts. So this is the end, guys, the last ones. And I have 2. They both got the same little champagne fountain image on them. Right, so I have a code for £10 off my next Fabric Godmother order. Ah, and some cute little chocolates. It looks like a Christmas pudding and I'm not sure what, so let us see. Yeah, it just says they're luxury chocolates. Well, I will enjoy those. I think that's a nice way to round it out. I feel like on the whole, I will say I've enjoyed my Fabric Godmother box. I haven't loved all elements of it, and there were some bits that to me felt like probably weren't what I was expecting, but I totally get what they were going for, and I do think they've put together a really nice box, a thoughtful box that isn't just giving you a bunch of junk at the end of December. So I probably wouldn't do it next year, but I'm glad that I did it this year and I have a few little projects still to be working on that I can be doing over the next however many months. I have been cracking on with my knitting and gotten a little bit more progress with my stripe pipe sweater. So I've got 2 of the green stripes done. So I'm just been chipping away at that now and then where I get a spare moment. What I want to do now is head into the kitchen, and I want to finish decorating those cookies that I'm making for Christmas and maybe do some more of those little like sprinkly ones with the melted chocolate. I feel like it'd be nice to get a few more of those done before Christmas. But to me, that's like a nice, mellow, relaxing activity, certainly not very involved, and I'll feel happy to get all those little bits and pieces a little closer. Christmas is coming, guys. I've just got one more Christmas prep day before I'm going to work. And I want to have a nice, relaxing, easy time between now and Christmas Day before I go back to work. update time. And just to say, if you hear any like clinking and clanging, my husband is just next door in the kitchen doing the dishes, which I'm very grateful for. But I did manage to do the white chocolate on the butter spritz cookies. What I found was the most efficient once I got into my rhythm was to coat 5 of them in the white chocolate, or half coat them, and then do the sprinkles for all 5 of them. What kept happening is that the sprinkles, the more I was like going back and forth with them, they were starting to get a bit tacky and stick to my fingers, and then some of them were going into the chocolate, so I had to be super careful, even washing my hands. If they were like at all like the nail beds or anything not completely dry, the sprinkles would stick to them. The white chocolate did also harden a couple of times, so I had to remelt it. So the process did take a bit longer than I was expecting. The milk chocolate I know doesn't harden as quickly as the white chocolate does, so I'm hoping that that will be a little bit quicker tomorrow, but also I feel like I've got a bit of a flow. So what I ended up doing was doing like a baking tray's worth, putting that into the freezer, and whilst that was in the freezer, I was then working on the next batch. And then by the time the first batch came out of the freezer, they were basically all fine. But I did let them just go on an airing rack or cooling rack just to let them basically defrost a little bit in case they were going to be a bit wet from being in the freezer. I did also do one other batch of the cookie cutter chocolates because I wanted to get just a few more in before Christmas. So I'll hopefully do some more of those tomorrow as well. But I think on the whole, the cookie spread is looking good, and I'm going to do the milk chocolate ones tomorrow. I basically got to a point where I realized I need to start dinner because I have a more time consuming dinner. I'm making stuffed green peppers, which is supposed to go in the oven, but it's one of those things where it is technically all cooked before it goes into the oven. So it really is just browning and drying out a bit, and my oven is mysterious at the moment. When I bought a ready-made pizza to put into the oven that was supposed to take 10 minutes, it took 30 minutes just to get to the point where the cheese was melted. So basically my expectation is this is going to take forever and a day, and it may never get fully crispy, but it usually takes 45 minutes in the oven, this recipe. And so I'm basically just going to have a deadline. I have a hard exit because we have a plan where we're going to be doing a video call chat with my parents at 8 o'clock. So we need to eat by 7:30 or we won't be finished. So once it gets to 7:30, if it's not done, just too bad. I mean, I think it's supposed to be finished by like maybe 6:45. So, you know, I hold out hope. But either way, we'll eat something. We will be fine. It may just not be the best version of stuffed green peppers we've ever had in our lives, but it's absolutely fine. And it also does make leftovers. So whatever it is, we're having leftovers tomorrow, which could mean it gets another time in the oven. So maybe that will do something for it for the second half of it. But for now, like I said, I'm just gonna have a chill because I've gotten as far as I can get with the cookies. I know I'm not gonna be able to get the chocolate ones done, but tomorrow is another day and I don't have anything really set that I need to do tomorrow. So I think the main priority is just to have a minute to rest and recuperate, and then have my dinner whenever it happens to be ready. I don't know if I'll catch up with you guys later. I think it really just depends if we get up to anything after talking to my parents. More than likely, we're just gonna probably watch something to have a bit of a wind down. We might watch like a David Attenborough nature documentary we often watch after we're chatting to my parents. But I will be catching up with you guys as soon as I've got something to catch up on. See you later. Bye-bye.